Yo, what is up? We are back with more Football Manager 2017, the Arsenal save, and I really don't want to show you this screen, but yep, okay, cool. Now, we just got demolished by West Ham, and it was the players' fault, really. I chose a strong team, but the players just didn't perform. So yeah, yippee. But now, the replay against Manchester City. So, a big game. We're going to make sure this one is for the fans. We win this, we move into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. So, 2 wins away from the finals. 3 wins away from winning it all. But, who's standing in our way? One is Manchester City. The other, was it Newcastle? I cannot remember. Well, focus on this game. First, hiccuping everywhere, burping almost. Great. So professional, aren't I? Such professionalism. Nonetheless, here we are. Aguero, the captain for City. Don't know how I feel about that. Like, Aguero he's a good player, not really the leader type. I'm pretty happy that we have Mr. Jordan Mustafi filling in as our captain. He's only got a 14, so he's not that much better. But in terms of real life analytics, he's definitely better than Aguero. But it is City coming forward here as Griezmann skins Bellerin. And Bellerin, he's found himself in poor form. He was so poor against Juventus. I dropped him for the West Ham game. Brad Smith was poor. Which was disappointing, but there, we've conceded early, which isn't too good. Griezmann getting in behind, scoring, well, not scoring, but playing a pass across to Aguero, who did put it away. But yeah, Bellerin, mistake early. We just haven't looked too good. Ozil hasn't played well, our front 3 haven't played well, and once again, we're on the back foot here. Spina claims it though. Petr Cech is out with an injury, so yeah, I'm not overly fussed though, because Spina's still a very good goalkeeper. But, you know, could be better. Bellerin now, can you make up for that mistake? No, it's an awful pass. Leaves Iwobi with really nothing that he can do with that. Evans, who are you? All I can think is Tyreek Evans, the NBA player. Evans. Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans? Johnny Evans is at Manchester City. Okay. Libby. Pulisic plays it to Rashford. Rashford skins. Is that Mangala? Yeah, Mangala. But puts on the bar. Actually, Bravo pushed it up onto the bar. So we will have a corner kick. Hopefully we can capitalise here. Ozil plays it short to Ake. Ake inside to Adelaide, who's got so much room, but he just puts it straight at Fernando. Stones, though. Can you produce some magic for me, John Stones, against your former club? He goes back to Mustafi. Mustafi now. Likely go back to Bellerin, which he does. Bellerin looking forward. Goes back to Mustafi. Yes, he does. Mustafi now. Looking back inside to Bellerin. Bellerin will drag it across here to Xhaka, most likely. No, or Ozil. Ozil now. Looking to spread forward. He goes to Pulisic, who's also looking forward. Goes back to Mustafi. Shokran, Tolisso, Ozil, Pulisic. Good passing play here by Arsenal. Rashford now. Rashford, he's cramped by Iwobi spacing a bit there, but Arsenal have held onto it as Ozil plays it forward, and Iwobi does have space here. Can he bring it back? Iwobi, Adelaide! Yes! Equalising goal from beautiful passing. Iwobi plays it in. Renee Adelaide heads it home in what could be something of the future, a sign of what is to come for this Arsenal side. Iwobi, Adelaide linking up to make it 1-1. Brilliant passing play there. Look at this. Absolutely, inch perfect. No room for error, but we didn't make the error, so it doesn't matter. Brilliant passing play, brilliant build-up. But we find ourselves now drawing. I'm going to encourage the lads that we could come out with a win tonight, and I'm actually going to look to motivate them a bit here, just saying I have faith. I don't often do this, but some games, you know, you just have to. Fullback's not playing all too well, Sané. Oh, substitution happens. 28. Who's 28? Who is 28? I can't remember. Leroy Sané started the game, did he not? Anyway, Tolisso now goes to Mesut Ozil. Ozil plays it to Iwobi. Iwobi, he has some space here if he can get down that wing and cross it in. He does. Adelaide almost latches onto it. Renee Adelaide. 28 is Griezmann. Oh, Serge Gnabry is at City. Will I be? What is going on here? So Gnabry coming in for Leroy Sané and Gael Clichy coming in for Goen Trout. But Serge Gnabry has moved to City for 7 million. Okay, that's interesting transfer. Only 7 million. Surprised he wasn't more, to be honest. Anyway, Michael Keane throws it into Fernando. Is it time to make a change? I think it is. Mesut Ozil hasn't been too great, so I'm going to take him off. I'm going to bring on Sandy Cazorla here. And that's the only change we're going to make. Ozil off, Cazorla in. Very similar players, but I trust Cazorla. Well, do I? I don't know. I was more tempted to bring in El Neni, to be honest, but we're down. It's still 1-1, so I think Cazorla's the more attacking option, and the fresh legs will be good. And the way we've dominated so far in the second half, I think that's a smart choice. Ozil is hovering over if he could do something great, Ozil, but he doesn't. Pulisic plays a great pass though. Iwobi, Adelaide! Those two link up again. Iwobi cross, Adelaide goal. Bang. And Brahman Diaz coming in there for Fabian Delph. And Diaz, a player that had average potential from memory. We don't actually have much information on him, so I'm going to give him a scout, have a look here. And I like him as a player. You know, he's decently well-rounded. I'm not sure how high his ceiling is, though. He could be a good rotational piece for them, but I don't see him becoming, you know, a first 11 player or, you know, a world beater. But Adelaide here goes to Pulisic. Pulisic finds Ake. Pulisic has impressed. Now Ake will cross it in to nothing, but Pulisic has been making great passes. Adelaide here intercepts, finds Rashford, who goes Ake, Adelaide. Adelaide crosses it in. Will it be the other way around? No, it will not. Adelaide almost playing it to Iwobi for the goal here. But those two, I mean, so pleased with how they've linked up here. Cazorla finds Hector Bellerin. Bellerin, you were poor earlier, finds Iwobi, and Iwobi puts it in the goal. These two have linked up so well, and Sanchez really, it's I don't often say something like this, but how much do I need Alexis Sanchez? So right bid comes in, man. Man, oh man. I'm in shock. I'm in awe, really. I'm so pleased with how well Renee Adelaide and especially Iwobi has played. Iwobi, a player that struggled for form, and he's just come in and blitzed it. But it isn't over there. As but like, where's Hector Bellerin? I'm tempted to bring Hector out, but he's got an assist to his name, playing well. Gonna keep him in. I'm gonna actually bring. This is a hard choice. This is actually a really hard choice. I'm going to move Tolisso there. No. I want to bring Ake out. But here's the dilemma. I want to take Ake off, but Coquelin in. But Stone's normal stuff he can play at that left back spot. Do I take a risk and play John Stones there? I don't know, like looking at his stats. Oh my gosh. I'm going to just stick with it. I'm not going to... It doesn't warrant a decision right now. I'll keep tabs on it. Actually, I'm going to make a change, and it's going to be Martin Biggs coming on for Rashford, playing at striker. Martin Biggs, I really want to develop him as a more multi-dimensional player. He's very, very one way right now. He's got such good potential, but the problem is a lot of that potential, has potential to be, it can be wasted because, as you can see, he's a very good winger, plays well out wide, but on the other side of the pitch, he has room to improve. Looking to improve him as a striker right now, though. So there is that. Don't know why that's developing as a winger. Inside forward, please. There we go. So yeah, that's where we're trying to develop him a bit, but my gosh. It's Johnny Evans. Johnny Bleeming Evans. Ospina. Ospina's just beaned it, hasn't he? Absolute bean. And should I have brought Ake off? Hindsight, probably. Yes. Oh, blow. I should have trusted my instincts. Now it's 3-3 with a lot of football to be played still. And a few of my players really struggling for fitness. But here, Sandy Cazorla, save us, please. Adelaide. Biggsy! Biggs! Is he onside? Martin Biggs is onside! Martin Biggs, the hero! There's still probably about 4 minutes to be played, maybe even more. But Martin Biggs, Sandy Cazorla here, plays in a beautiful ball. Adelaide, intelligent. Martin Biggs with the outside of his right foot. Just sensational. And to put it even more, he scored it with the outside of his right foot. He's a left footer, Martin Biggs. Ospina, that's it. 4-3. Big Z, the hero. Oh, absolute scenes. Big Z, I'm so proud of you, mate. Oh, Martin. Sensational. Look at that determination. 19. My gosh. Martin Biggs, though. What a story. What a story. He's worth 12.75 million. He's very well suited to the championship. He needs to become more consistent. I don't know how can you train consistency? Oh, good grief. If you know how to improve consistency, let me know down below in the comments. But what a game. And Renee Adelaide, the player of the match, deservedly so. And look at him. Look at him. He is poised to blow onto the scene very soon. I am super pleased. I'm going to let Ake know, though, that I'm going to cautiously say that I'm not pleased with you. Good. Okay, that got a good response, which is very nice to see. I'm going to passionately say I'm so pleased with you and you. You two, you know what, Awobi? You two. You three, sensational work. Super proud of you all. The problem is Reece Nelson will be coming back next season, so I have to think that's, Biggs will probably go out on loan. But in terms of, that's 4 players that I want to be starting pretty much every game now. Who's the one that draws the short straw? It's a tough choice. It is definitely a tough choice. I'm just going to burn through this quickly. Yeah, cool. Epic. Away Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans. Yeah, so we've got Newcastle in the next game, but still Johnny Evans. I still can't believe that happened. Oh, but it set the scene for Big Z to come in and be a hero. Chuba Akpom hasn't played all that well at Brighton, has he? I mean, he's played 4 games. Admittedly, yes, they are in the Prem. So there's that side of the coin, but yeah. Oh, Renee Adelaide. Oh, hoo hoo. Whew. What do you mean you feel the warning was harsh? We lost 1-4 against West Ham. Come on. The Champs has been spotted. So, when will I see you all? Yes, 15 minutes. We have room for another game, and it will be the Juventus game. So, I will see you all very shortly. And we are back. And as you can see, there is a FA Cup semi-final because we did rather convincingly beat Newcastle in the 6th round. So, we'll hit up that semi-final draw. And then we'll play this Champions League game against Newcastle. So let's draw it up. Automatic draw. Drum roll. Oh, we've got the home. Oh, we're at Wembley, so it doesn't matter. But we will be playing Everton. And imagine that. We beat United last year in the FA Cup final. Well, we versed them again. So when is that game? That game is still not in my calendar. You would think that would be the first thing to put in. Come on. But let's advance here and edge closer to this Juventus game. Huge, huge game. Absolutely massive. Really, I think one of the biggest games of the year, to be honest. For us, for our goals, for our aspirations. We want to reach the quarterfinal, really. We want to get in the final, so far we're on track for everything. Absolutely everything we're on track for. Looks like the league, they're pulling away too quickly, both Manchester clubs, so I think it's going to be difficult for us to close that one down. But in terms of expectation of qualifying for European competition, not the Europa League. No, definitely don't want to be there. Chelsea can go there, sure. Tottenham has pulled away and set themselves well in the top 4 as well. So, yeah, the top 4 is quite obvious at this stage, and it's really a fight for those last few spots. You know, top 8 clubs quite clear, with Leicester really coming in big. But yeah, we're currently in the Champions League. Looking around at what else has happened in the previous leg, if I can see it. I've just confused myself utterly. Okay, cool. So, knockout, first round knockouts. I'm just confused myself here. Okay, okay, now I'm understanding what's happening here. So, first round of knockout. Can I just look at seedings? No. Oh, what am I doing? Stages. First round knockout. Yes. Okay, cool. So, United went through 3-1 on aggregate. Tottenham went through 3-2 on aggregate. 3-0 was the last game. Can I look at it as a tree? Yeah, this is much prettier. So, Tottenham went through 3-2. Benfica went through 5-2. United went through 3-1. Bayern beat Barcelona 4-3. Then Napoli, Chelsea are tied up at 1-1. Juventus, Arsenal tied up at 2-2. Paris Saint-Germain is beating Dynamo Kiev 4-2 right now, and Inter is above Real Madrid at 2-1. My goodness gracious me. Now, obviously, it doesn't work like a tree. It doesn't work like that, so I don't know why it's showing it like that. But that's where that is sitting right now, and I feel confident. I reckon we can pull this out. We're at home. We've got the away goals, so if it's 0-0, we'll still go through on away goals. So we definitely have the upper hand here. I'm just scouting a few youth players that came through the ranks at a few different clubs. Just having a look, seeing if there are any sensational players I want to bring in. Just getting a gauge of talent. And it doesn't look like any world-class players have come through, which is disappointing. We had a youth intake. Nothing much really. Who came in? Festus, this guy. Solomon Festus came in. Average at best. Then Richard Todd came in, fullback. Again, average at best. Not all that much talent coming through. So that was disappointing, really. Only 2 players I wanted to pick up that were premiership potential. But yeah, it is what it is sometimes. Have to accept that. Who do I want? Do I want to restrict anyone here? I'm gonna let them play. I have the depth to cover that. But here we are, home against Juventus, and I have to think here about who's my best team, because that's who I want to go with. May I ask, why is it like this? Because, oh, why not? I don't care. Lone players. I just organized my squads a bit more, just so it's a bit more clear to see where everyone is supposed to be and where they lie. Obviously things stand out, like our need for depth in terms of our youngsters that we'll bring in, but that's something I'll address in the off season in terms of scouting out and finding good young players to bring on through. But now we've got a Champions League game to focus on. So Ospina in goal, Hector Bellerin and Ake out wide, with John Stones coming in with Shokodan Mustafi. In deep line playmaker, I'm going to go with Tolisso. Here, I'm going to go with Aaron Ramsey and Ozil as my midfield partnership. Pulisic not coming in. Iwobi is going to get the start along with... This is the hard bit. I'm going to bring in Sanchez and Rashford. I'm going to give Rashford the game, which means Renee Adelaide is going to be on the bench, along with Brad Smith will be on the bench. Coquelin will be on the bench. Oh, Coquelin's tired. Actually, Callum Chambers slot there. Petr Cech there. Lucas can come in here. Sani Cazorla can slide in there, and El Neni can slip in there. So Welbeck, Oxlade, Coquelin, Pulisic, Xhaka, Walcott, Koscielny, and Mertesacker will be missing out. I think that's the right choice. Ake apparently not doing too well in terms of morale. Not fast about that, really. We're looking at goal scoring, and yeah, I'm going to go with Iwobi over in Adelaide. And there is a dog barking. Nice. But here we are. Let's jump into this game, and it's a big one. It really is. Juventus lining up as expected in terms of their formation. Didn't do the greatest team talk, but yeah, so Juventus are pretty much as we'd expect. Higuain, Dybala, that's Khedira, then Pjanic, Cuadrado, Marquisio, De Vrij, Sommer, who's coming for Marcelo. That's one change. That's notable. Bonucci, Benatia, and Cuadrado. Benatia has come in as well. So they've made 2 changes. Surprised Rugani, Chiellini, Alves, Firmino, notable players. Xhaka as well, who I like Marco Xhaka. But yeah, mostly an as expected side. The summer maybe surprised me a bit, as did Benatia and De Vrij maybe slightly, but it's a great pass by Ozil, and Juventus take the lead, which isn't a good start. That is slightly frustrating. So, as of right now, we're not going through. We need to score another. So, Ozil tackled him and played it through, and oh, good grief. Juventus coming forward straight away again. Dybala. Ospina saves it, but yeah, it's been a rough start. Yeah, we haven't played at our best, and I'm looking at changes. Sanchez hasn't played well, which I think is the notable one. But Alexis Sanchez, can you change that perception? No. Neto will take that. Neto is playing, not Buffon. Interesting. Definitely interesting. But yeah, this is a huge game for me as a manager and us as a club. Mustafi heads it down to Ramsey. Bellerin. Ramsey. Here we go. Ozil. This is nice build-up play. Obviously, they've got a lot behind the ball. Juventus. And they're looking to get on the counter-attack, which they are immediately looking at. It's very negative football, but yeah, it is what it is. And is that Mustafi that was there? Poor tackle. Higuain, he'll make it too. And like, what are we doing? My defenders have just been so poor. They've been dismantled twice. Like, look at this. Look at, what is that? Like, is that Tolisso? Yeah, Tolisso, what is that? Then centre backs are all over the place. Stones. What are you doing, John Stones? Oh dear. Ramsey. Inside to Tolisso. Tolisso. Back out to Bellerin. Heck to Bellerin. Cuts it back to Ozil. Find to Rashford. Rashford puts it in the back of the net. Now, we can't win on away goals anymore. We have to win outright. Because, of course, Juventus have scored 2 and they've equaled our away goals mark. So, we've got one back there, courtesy of Rashford. Sanchez has to be better, though. Being our star player, he has to be better. And I'm going to let them know that it isn't good enough. And especially you, Marcus. Especially you, Sanchez. Like, you have to be better, Sanchez. You have to be better for us. So here we go. We got one back on Juventus. And let's see if we can, pierce these gaps here. Because they're leaving big gaps in their defense. We just have to get through them. Ake not playing well at all. Just isn't good to see. Sanchez as well, not playing all that well. In terms of changes, I need to do something here. And I'm going to take a Wobie off for Rene Adelaide. That's the change I'm going to make here. So, fresh legs out wide. Hopefully that will make a difference. Oh, kind of wish I had Walcott on the bench, because I kind of would have preferred to do that. But here we are. Ake crosses it in, looking for Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez, he just wipes at it. Stones will go back to Ramsey though. There's still an opportunity here, I believe. Tolisso goes to Ozil, finds Sanchez, and this has to be a goal. Alexis Sanchez makes it a goal, and that is 2 apiece. Oh, it's all tied up. Both currently on the day, but also away. Both legs are currently stood at 2-0. So right now it's going to extra time. It is going to extra time. We have to get another goal. And that's a good goal by Alexis Sanchez. And Mesut Ozil has been sensational so far this game. 2 assists to his name. And that's what we needed from him. We needed that creativity from him in defense. I mean, from midfield. And I don't think I'm going to make a change at this point. I may need to make one later on. If Tolisso gets a yellow, I'll probably make that the change and bring in El Neni. But as of right now, I don't need to make that change. It looks like we are going to go to extra time though. We are. I'm going to encourage them. There we go. They've gained confidence, which is good. We needed that. So here we are. Added time. Juventus still in their defensive shape. Not coming out of it. But Arsenal, I reckon this is our game. I believe. Ramsey goes inside to Mesut Ozil. Ozil looking for Sanchez. He heads it on to no one really. Almost a mistake though. Almost a mistake as Bonucci heads it back to Neto, who couldn't quite get there. Rene Adelaide apparently injured. We're going to keep him on. We are going to keep him on. And I think it is time for a change. I am going to bring El Neni for Tolisso. And Cazorla, I think, for Ramsey. Yep, that's the change. So, a new midfield almost. A new midfield. Hopefully that gives us a bit more oomph. And I think with the added athleticism, it'll be good for us coming out of that. So second half of extra time, or we're going to penalties. Also, looking at the change, I brought some players that are very good at penalties in Santi Cazorla. Will there be a repeat? Hopefully not. Now, here we are. Kicking on. Chiellini has come in as well. Just look how defensive that is, though. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But here we go. Do we have a chance late in the game? Rashford, Cazorla, Ake, Elneny, Stones, Ozil. He almost turns it over. But it finds its way to Bellerin's feet, who has space. He's taking his time, though. Mustafi, he's starting to get closed down, Mustafi. He's looking for Bellerin, who keeps it in. Bellerin, can he get a cross in? Attempt to cut off by Chiellini, but Bellerin gets past him. Back inside to Elneny. Mohamed Elneny goes to Ake. Ake, brilliant touch. Sanchez. Rashford. Almost Marcus Rashford. Mesut Ozil, though. We'll bring it back to Bellerin. We're scrambling. Neto with the late save here. You're looking for Rashford. Bellerin. He doesn't find him. Goes back to Santi Cazorla. Back outside to Bellerin. Can he get another cross in? He tries. Falls to Elneny. Elneny! Long shot! It finds back of the head. Back at the net. Mohamed Elneny with the long shot. We piled on the pressure late there. And we take the lead. Hold on. Park the change. Here. Half back. Just a full back. Just get back, everybody. We are defending this game out. Okay, there we go, poacher. Then we're going to have a defensive, just a normal old winger. Sanchez, winger. Actually, no, we're keeping him up. Okay. We're going to keep most of our shape the same. Pretty much. What am I doing? I'm freaking out. Cancel. I'm freaking out. Stay calm. We got this. The possession will be more valuable. Here it is. And that is it. 3-2. Mohamed Elneny comes in, saves the day. And we have beaten Juventus and we are through. My goodness gracious me. Chelsea as well going through 3-2. That was something else. Oh, Mesut Ozil. Can I give you a bonus? Whew. What a game. Well, if you enjoyed that, leave a like down below. Subscribe so you don't miss more crazy moments like that. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Ho ho ho. Until next time, guys. What a game. See ya.